I'm telling you, I got a word for somebody this morning. I'm telling you, I got one of them crazy good words. Ooh, ooh, dang, dang, what a bit, bang. I feel him this morning, church. You got to hear this word. I told you yesterday that there's many different types of coffees, you know, and some like to say that the best part of waking up is like having that Folgers in your cup. But I need to tell somebody that there's all types of coffees out there. There's Starbucks, there's Maxwell, and there's Folgers. But I need to tell you about God's coffee. Did you know that God had coffee, and he called it Hebrews, and his coffee bean was Jesus. It was not them coffee beans that Maxwell uses and them Folgers uses. It wasn't them coffee beans that them Starbucks people make. This was a royal bean, and his name was Jesus. And they took Jesus, God's coffee bean, and in the book of Hebrews it says that he suffered for us to become, so that we could be set free. They ground that coffee bean up, and then, like one of them old coffee pots. You sit on the stove and you put water in it, and then once you got that water in it, it starts whistling. It starts whistling. It makes a sound like woo, woo. And then when the water gets hot and it starts whistling, and it lets you know that it's done. See, when Jesus, in the book of Hebrews, which is God's brand of coffee, he took the coffee bean named Jesus. He ground that coffee bean up. I'm talking about people spit on him. They ripped him up. They ground that coffee bean up. But when he got to the cross and he hung his hands wide, and right before he bowed his head, he whistled like one of them coffee pots set on fire. He whistled a sound, and when he whistled that sound, he whistled a sound that said it is finished. And I'm here to tell somebody that the best part of waking up is not having Folgers in your cup. It's having Jesus' blood applied to your life. There's nothing like waking up in the morning and smelling the fragrance of my Savior's blood that lets me know that I am forgiven. You get a hold of Jesus in your heart, that Hebrews cup of coffee, our high priest cup of coffee. I'm telling you, it'll clean you out quicker than one of them colonoscopies. It'll clean you out quicker than you could ever imagine before in your life. And when you get some of that Hebrews cup of coffee, man, I'm telling you what, that Hebrews cup of coffee, Jesus, our high priest, it'll take you to a place of rest where you are no longer burdened from the pain of sin, from death in this world, from sickness in this world. It sets you free from the pain of sin. Get you a Hebrews cup of coffee. That's God's brand, and it outdoes everything that the number one Starbucks has to offer. This is Pastor Brad. Y'all get you some coffee today. God bless.